I just want to take a moment to reflect on the success that we've had here in the city and in the surrounding area. This past Tuesday, many of us went to the polls, and we made sure that our assemblyman continues and will be in November and going throughout in January a Palestinian American, Al Abdelaziz. That's what I consider progress. He's the first Palestinian American to serve in the New Jersey State Legislature. And then when he vacated the seat, I want to commend the City Council because they elected a Palestinian American, Ibrahim Omar, to represent us in the 6th Ward. And you know you have an ally in me here at City Hall, but I do also want to take the time to acknowledge the courage of the City Council, because they continue to stand with Palestinians as well, even if it's not very popular with some people. And it was 3 years ago when we took that bold step and we renamed Main Street Palestine Way. Now every year on Palestine Way we have Palestine Day, and I believe I lost count at 10,000 people that were here last month to celebrate Palestinian heritage and our Palestinian history as well. And I also would like to commend the Palestinian American Community Center. For the last few years, my wife and I, Farhana, Damon Mabsuta, we send our children to PAC to learn about Palestinian culture, Palestinian heritage, and Palestinian history. I want to say this to those who are Palestine, right? I always say Demi Falastini. You are resilient, but you are also brilliant. You are shining stars in our city. You are improving our economy. You're improving our schools. You're improving our neighborhoods. And I don't want this to sound trite, but the city of Paterson is a better place because Palestinians call it home. Thank you for coming to Paterson. So let's continue to speak the truth. Let's continue to stand for human rights. Let's continue to stand for equal rights. And one day, hopefully, we'll be standing in the sovereign state of Palestine, inshallah. Shukran.
Inshallah. I'd now like to thank, for being in attendance, Council President Alex Mendez, and would like to invite him to share a few words.
So very much. Assalamu alaikum. What a phenomenal afternoon it is to be here in front of City Hall with our great community, our Palestinian community. And for me, it's been such a great honor to serve in the city of Paterson, because from the day one, I've been one of the strongest supporters. With my former councilman, Al Abdelaziz, we have the honor to rename our Main Avenue as a Palestine Way. We introduced the legislation for peace and ceasefire in Palestine, and we've been working day and night supporting our community. But we not do this alone. I do this with the rest of my council colleagues that strongly, as one body, we support our great community. I see someone, Council colleague. I would like to call the councilman of the 5th Ward, Councilman Luis A. Velez. I also would like to call the councilman of the 6th Ward, Councilman Ibrahim Omar, who we have the honor to appoint him once our assemblyman-elect again this past Tuesday went to Trento to fight in Trento. Let's put our hands together for our great assemblyman, Al Abdelaziz. For me, it was a phenomenal job. It was a phenomenal honor to work with him at the city council, because he was a fighter, and I was supporting him every step of the way in any issue related with our brothers and sisters in Palestine. I will pass the mic to my great councilman of the 5th Ward, Councilman Luis A. Velez.
Thank you, Council President. I don't know a lot of words from the Arabic community. I don't know how to speak your language. I don't know even how to write how you write for your community. But one thing I gotta say, and I always gotta say it from the bottom of my heart, that I have the Palestine community deep, deep in my heart. I don't need to say Assalamu alaikum because I don't know how to pronounce it. Barely I speak Spanish and English. But one thing you have on me is that my office is right here. And my office is open for your community. And I will always stand strong to cease fire. I'm always going to stand strong to pray for my brothers and sisters from the Arabic community. I'm always going to stand strong no matter the policy change. We are a city of immigrants, and we welcome immigrants to our city, because what you see here today is what makes Paterson different, because you came to plant a seed to cultivate back good manners and good things for the city of Paterson. So God bless you all. Let's pray each other and let's stand strong as a community.
Now I have the honor to introduce my great councilman of the 6th Ward, Councilman Ibrahim Omar. Let's put our hands together for a great councilman.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, and thank you all for being with us today. Raising the Palestinian flag is more than a symbol. It's a statement of identity, resilience, and belonging. It reminds us of who we are, where we come from, and what we continue to stand for. To see this flag fly in a city that so many Palestinian families now call home is a sense of belonging. It tells the story of people who have faced displacement, oppression, hardship, but they never lost their spirit. Today we honor our roots. We honor those still enduring unimaginable conditions under occupation, especially in Gaza, where the suffering continues. But we also celebrate our contributions here in this city, in this country, where Palestinians are business owners, lawyers, educators, doctors, first responders, thriving students, and leaders, helping to build a stronger and more united communities. Let this flag be a reminder of our struggle, but also of our strength. Let it fly not just as a protest, but as a promise that we will never forget who we are, and that we will always stand for peace, dignity, and the right to exist freely. Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you, Councilman Ibrahim Omar. Now we have our Councilman at Large that is joining us right now at this time, Councilman at Large Faridudin.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Palestine. It is an absolute honor to get here together to raise the flag of our pride, Palestinian flag. And just know this, the contribution of Palestinian community is commendable, whether we talk about economy or culture or in politics. And today, we are not just raising flag, we are raising our voice at the same time. Voice for our freedom. Voice for permanent ceasefire. And voice for our rights. And Jazakallah khair to all of you, all the organization. As a Muslim, we have to be together and fight together until our freedom is established. All right, good talk everyone, and thank you very much for joining us. Assalamu alaikum.
This governing body has never been afraid to say, "Free Palestine." Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you again, Council President Alex Mendez. Thank you, Councilman Ibrahim Omar, Luis Velez, and Farid Udin. Next, we want to acknowledge Assemblyman Ala Abdelaziz. He was the first ever Palestinian elected city council and the first ever Palestinian and Arab American assemblyman. So I would like to invite Ala Abdelaziz, Assemblyman. Ala, tfadal.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Are we sleeping? Are we ready to raise the flag? Yes, the kids want to raise it. So I bring my greetings now, not as a councilman, but now as a state assemblyman. So I give my greetings from the New Jersey Legislative District 35. And today we raise the flag proudly. Proudly for our contributions to the city of Paterson, but also to the state of New Jersey. And what I ask our community, every single day we make progress. Every single day we make contributions to our great state. Our community is a resilient community. Our community is a community that stands up for the vulnerable, for the people that don't have the benefits that everyone else has. So I ask you, as we stood here and made progress in Paterson, we make progress throughout the state of New Jersey. Get involved, continue speaking up and speaking loud and speaking proud about being Palestinian. Assalamu alaikum and God bless you all.
Thank you, Assemblyman Ala Abdelaziz. Thank you for all your support. Once again, we just want to reiterate, we appreciate the support of all the council members and the elected officials that are here with us today. Please note that PAC is a 501c3, so we do not endorse any candidates. We just appreciate the support that comes from everyone present. Next, I'd like to invite Paterson Corporation Counsel, Ayman Abushi.
All right, before I begin, I'd like to have the City Council back up here. Al, come back up here. Mayor, ta'ala hon. Diab, where you at? Come on up. Members of PAC, come on up. Joel, please come on up. Maria de Pilar Rivas, come on up. Director Hector, come on up. Deputy Mayor, please join us. Now, the reason why I wanted to deliver my remarks with my colleagues by my side is because, come on up, Diab, the baby makes it better. Is because I want Paterson to see your representatives at work here. And I want Paterson to see what sticking together looks like. Everyone up here, and some people that couldn't make it today, and some people that we hear, like Councilwoman Davila, have always supported the Palestinian people. I've always supported the Palestinian cause. These same individuals have supported the Dominican community, the Peruvian community, the Puerto Rican community, the Bangladeshi community, the African American community. And so when you see individuals come up here and speak, I want you to know who usually stands around and behind them. And these are just some of those people. So with that solidarity, I'll say this. As we raise the Palestinian flag, let us raise the flag of hope, of peace, and for justice for all people, all over the world, but especially here in Paterson. Thank you all for the opportunity to speak.
His wife is
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much for that beautiful show of community and the support. I'd like to now share a few words on behalf of the Palestinian American Community Center. I am the Palestine Education Director, Basma Bsharat. And I'd like to share a few words on behalf of the board and staff at PAC. Right now, as we gather in Paterson, our people in Palestine are under a siege. Israel has declared a total military closure on the occupied West Bank, sending in heavy forces to escalate its campaign of repression. In Gaza, where a genocidal war has raged on for 21 months, Israel has now imposed a full internet blackout, silencing a population that's already been cut off from food, medicine, and safety. And in Jerusalem, Israel has blocked access to Al-Aqsa Mosque, desecrating one of the holiest sites in Palestine. Aid convoys are being denied, bombed, and manipulated. Palestinians are being killed while searching for food. And over 14,000 children are at risk of starvation. This is a genocide by design. Today, we stand in community, but we stand before you with heavy hearts, struggling. But despite the pain, we come together in this symbolic and powerful act of unity and resistance. This is Palestine Week, recognized by the city of Paterson and deeply rooted in our community. We mark it during one of the most horrific moments in our history. And it's also Father's Day weekend, with Palestinian Father's Day to follow, a time to honor those who protect, provide, and nurture, even as they are denied the right to do so. Because in Palestine, to be a father is to be criminalized for doing just that. So we began today's program honoring martyrs who were fathers, men who bore the weight of the genocide while caring for their families. Among them is Muhammad Rabia, who was forced to speak with the U.S. Embassy and plead that his 14-year-old son Amir didn't deserve to be killed by Israel. But Amir was denied life, both as a boy and as a man, before he even had a chance to become one. He was murdered simply because, in the eyes of the Israeli regime, Palestinian boys are threats. The question after his death wasn't why did this child die, but was he throwing a rock? And at the same time, our community continues to feel the sting of state violence here in the US. We remember and think of Mahmoud Khalil, a father who was forcibly separated from his family when undercover ICE agents arrested him. His wife Noor was left to give birth to their son Dean alone, without Mahmoud by her side. A federal judge has since moved their case to New Jersey and has argued that his detention for pro-Palestinian activism is unlawful. But his story stands as a stark reminder. This system seeks to fracture us, using every tool that they have to repress and target us. The pattern continues with Nika, a young woman from our own Paterson, who is now being detained by ICE for daring to also speak out in solidarity with Palestine. The targeting of Nika is not random. It's part of a broader system designed to criminalize dissent, fracture our communities, and punish those who dare to resist. But our people are not fractured. They continue to stand together in unity and in strength. Across the world, our movements are mobilizing. The Global March to Gaza, led by the Samud Convoy, sought to bring together activists from over 50 countries. Though they were hindered by Egyptian and Libyan authorities, the organizers have remained determined to reach Rafah alongside the Global March set to begin June 15. Prior to that, at sea, the Freedom Flotilla carrying humanitarian volunteers and aid was violently intercepted by Israel in international waters. These acts of solidarity and the brutal responses to them expose the sheer violence and impunity that Israel functions under to maintain its rule. We gather here today in Paterson, our little Palestine, from an election that brought out hundreds of our community members earlier this week to educational events. We have made Palestine Week a tradition of memory and advocacy. So today we raise our flags to say that Palestine will not be erased. Free, free Palestine. 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 Today we stand together as a tribute to Ahmed, as a demand for Liqa''s release and Mahmoud's, as a message to every Palestinian denied the right to life. We stand here today in unwavering solidarity and community. From Rafah to Ramallah, from Paterson to Los Angeles, people are rising, and that is the same message that we amplify here at PAC, echoed in the chants heard around the world. Our struggles are not separate, they are deeply connected. With every act of state violence, we respond with unity. With every attempt to silence us, our voices rise louder. And with every flag we raise, we reaffirm that our people will not be erased. Thank you. With that, I'd like to invite Khadr Abu Asab with the Arab American Civic Organization.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Everybody wake up, please. Assalamu alaikum. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Peace be upon you all. Since I started this flag raising in 2012, so this will be the 16 years for this flag raising. For the past 2 years, it's been very painful times, crying our hearts out for loved ones who lost their life back home. We should be all united against injustice for the Palestinian people, People from this country we live in. I am pleading on our lawmakers, Trump administration, and the president himself to end the massive genocide and total famine in Gaza. Free, free Gaza.
Free, free Gaza.
Free, free Gaza.
Free, free Gaza.
Mr. President, your weapons which you support Israel with, killing everything and anything in Gaza, from young to old, from men to women, from children to newborn. Total destruction of schools, hospitals, mosques, churches, refugee camps, which were assigned to be safe haven zones for civilians. All this, red lines being crossed. When it is going to stop? Israel still claims to be the victim. Even they killed more for 55,000 Palestinians, mostly children and women, and injured over 130,000 Palestinian people. When it's gonna stop? Shame on you. Mr. President, it is time now to end the bias. End the bias now. Palestine will be free. This country was built on equal rights, and it hurts me to repeat the national anthem. Even me, I am a veteran. The anthem ends with liberty and justice for all. Where is the justice for the Palestinian people? Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
That is a total lie in killing civilian Palestinians. This is a total genocide. Where is the justice for all? Mr. President, I'm pleading for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, ending the occupation since 76 years ago, end the destruction, end the settlement, and the brutality for the Palestinian people all over the Palestinian land. Eliminate all checkpoints throughout Palestine. Enough is enough. End the bias. End the bias. Today, tomorrow, and forever, we stand in solidarity with Gaza and the Palestinian people until we prevail. Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
However, Palestine will be free. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you. Earlier I spoke about Liqa Kurdiya. She is a Paterson resident that has been wrongfully detained by ICE for speaking up for Palestine. She has sent us a statement in her own words that PAC team member Barry Mahmoud and Deputy Mayor and Board Member Raed Auda are going to be reading together.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سلام عليك يا فلسطين. سلام عليك يا غزة العزة. سلام على شعب علم العالم معنى الصبر والكرامة والصمود. سلام على أمهات دفنت أشلاء أطفالها على ناصية الطريق وواصلت البقاء. سلام على آباء ذرفت أعينهم الدموع لأول مرة وما أقساها من أول مرة. سلام على الجريح الذي يداوي جراحه بذكر الله عز وجل. سلام على شهدائنا الأبرار والأعزاء. سلام على أسرانا الأحرار الأمجاد الذين يرسمون طريق الحرية. سلام على الطبيب الساهر المرهق صانع المعجزات. سلام على من ينتشلون الأحياء من ظلمات الركام إلى نور الفرج البعيد والقريب. سلام على زاجل العصر. سلام على زاجل عصرنا الناقل للحقيقة المرة. سلام على معلم يدرك تماما قوله تعالى اقرأ. سلام عليكم شعبا طاهرا بما صبرتم، أحرار العالم بكل مكان، الثائرين الكادحين العنيدين. سلام عليكم وتحية طيبة. أكتب لكم من مكان بارد آملة أن تصيبكم كلماتي ببعض الدفء رغم المآسي والصعوبات والقصص المأساوية التي أراها أمامي هنا والتي تفوق الخيال. أكتب لكم وكل يقين بأننا سنتحرر جميعا من هذا الظلم الفاجر ومؤمنة بلقائنا القريب بإذن الله. أهديكم سلامي وتقديري واحترامي مني حفيدة النكبة إليكم جيل العودة وصانعي الحرية. تقبلوا سلامي وتبجيلي. لقاء كردية ابنة غزة وحفيدة يافا. السلام عليكم.
I will now read the translation of Liqat's statement. Peace upon Gaza, the steadfast and proud. Peace upon a people who taught the world the meaning of patience, dignity, and resilience. Peace upon the mothers who buried the remains of their children on street corners and still chose to keep living. Peace upon the fathers whose eyes wept for the first time, and oh, what a brutal first time it was. Peace upon the wounded, tending to their wounds with the soothing remembrance of Allah the Almighty. Peace upon our noble martyrs, precious and beloved. Peace be upon our glorious free prisoners who are charting the path to freedom. Peace upon the sleepless, exhausted doctors, makers of miracles. Peace upon those who pulled the living from beneath the ruins, from the darkness of rubble. Peace upon the carrier pigeons of our time, those whose journalism bears bitter truths to the world. Peace upon the teacher who truly understands the command of God to read. Peace upon you, a people purified through your patience. To you, the free people across the world, the rebels, the defiant, the unwavering, peace upon you and our deepest respect. I write to you from a cold place, hoping my words may carry a little warmth amid the tragedies, the suffering, and the unimaginable stories I witness here. Still, I write with certainty, with full certainty, that we will all be freed from this cruel injustice. And I believe with all my heart that I will meet you soon as a free woman, God willing. I send you my peace, my appreciation, and my respect. Accept my greetings and reverence. Liqa Kurdiya, daughter of Gaza and granddaughter of Nakba survivors from Yafa.